Khan with you, and in this video we will learn that how you can import some links in path loss, especially if you have those links through some link reporter kind of report. I mean, they are generated maybe from path loss itself or some other tool which gives you output very much close to path loss. Then you can easily get those links in path loss itself. So usually you use it either if you are moving from one tool to another, or if you want to see some links on some other tools, or if there's any other reason. I mean, you have some tools previously or from some other project and you want to move it to some other project, or any other reason, I mean, whatsoever. So basically we will see that if you have some links, then how you can import those and get the PL6 files of those links. So one thing that this is the sample output. I have changed the site IDs so that it remains kind of anonymous. But from the latitude you can see that it is in the AJK area. It is like somewhere maybe here. Some of the links should be here somewhere. I mean, not all of them, but some should be here. So we will see those. But just to give you a kind of disclaimer that, I mean, when we are doing something as an education, it is not that we will always get the exact same required result because of the time constraint or because of some other reasons. I don't like to go in a lot of detail because I have to keep it a bit simple as well. I don't have to make it a very long or go in too much detail. So maybe we will not have as it is. I mean, we will not have a result which is the exact required result, but at least we will go through the process and we will see that how it is done. So as you know, as the input we have these links, and as you can see that currently there are no links here, but when we will go through all of this, then we will have some links which will be visible here. So let me start because it's a bit lengthy process, not very simple, but I will try to take you through all the caveats and everything that you have to take care of. So first thing is that you have to go in the site list, not in the link list, because pathloss create the link list by itself, and that link list is not very much beneficial. Basically, even if you have to import list or sites from an Excel file, in both the things you go to the site list, not to the link list. And you go to import, and from here you go to the link text file. You will not go to the site text file. The site text file and link text file may be the same, but in site text file it will only add the sites. It will not try to create the links as per the provided data. But from the link text file, it will first ask you about the file. Let me give it the file so that we should start. Like, this is my sample data. So it will take this file and it will start the site import process. Here you see that I have started from line number 2, not from the line number 1, because if I start from line number 1, then these headers will also come as a link. We know that this is not a link, these are headers. And one thing you see that we have a load import definition. If you are doing this kind of thing with some network, when you are doing it for the first time, you can create a import definition file so that next time if you have to add some links, then they are very quick. I mean, you just have to tell it the file and load the import definition. It will do everything by itself. But for the first time, I will show you that how it is done. We will not click on it. We will just click number 2 here and we will say next. So it has taken the data. I mean, that we can see the data is in the right columns. So we go next. Now the tough part or the tedious part, I mean, we have to go to each and everything and we have to tell it each and everything. So this is a kind of difficult thing, you can say. Like, we can see this is site name S1. So from site data we have to go to site name and put site S1 and then assign it to it. If you have seen, they are already assigned because of the reason that as I made the same file in 2 languages, one in my own language, I mean Urdu language, and one in English language. So that's why it is already loaded. A lot of these are already loaded. And just assume, because I had created a file as well, if you have created a file, it's a new, but the data is new, then on that data you can tell it that this was the file that I created. You can just tell it that this is the file that you have to use. So even if it is a new data, it will assign these already. But if it, like for example, let me show you some of the data I was not able to find. So like for example, this is a path length. So if you see here in the site data, we don't have the path length, and the path length is, I am very astonished, but it's not in the link data as well. So if the path length is not anywhere, then we just cannot fill this value. I mean, we cannot tell it that if this value should be picked from there. Similarly, if you see some of these are also missing, like DR antenna module, I can put it now. Last time I don't know, missed it maybe for some reason. This is the DR antenna number 2 model. This is the DR. So you have to click on the column and you have to see that everything, I mean, it is the antenna model for the antenna number 2 for site 2, and then push assign. So it will assign it already. So, but like true azimuth, it don't have a true azimuth for anything, not even for the antenna. Like we have model, file name, diameter, height, gain, loss, TX line, connector, TX loss, RS loss, configuration, and branching loss. So antenna does not have it, site does not have azimuth, and so we don't have azimuth, but azimuth it will calculate by itself. That is not a big problem. Something it will calculate, it can calculate by itself, but not everything. Something it needs, I mean. Like receive signal, it can calculate if it has the radio models. These things it can get. But like the rain region should be in the site data, but I don't know why we don't have it. But if you can see, I mean, at least I am not able to find the rain region, not in radio equipment, in link data, I don't have. So if you see some of the values, we are not able to find. But for the time being, as I already have, okay, we have a TX channel 2 and TX frequency for site 1, so we can assign. Similarly, we can assign it for site 2 as well. Link status, we can try, yes, link status we can assign. So as you can see that whatever we can assign, we should assign it. File name it will get automatically. So if you see above, we have a lot of things. We don't have the things which are not easy to find right now. They are not here. That's why I am not able to put those. Like polarization, ATPC, TX frequency, channel ID. These things I should have already provided it. That's why I'm not giving it now. So once, like I added some new things as well. So I will save this file once again. So that it can take the all the new values. So I will go next. So what happens is that I have provided it all the values. I have asked it, if you see here, I have asked it to create the link files as well. I provided it as northeast because we are in the northeast. When it's in meters, frequency megahertz because we have the frequency. If you see here, frequency is in megahertz, and horizontal. Now the problem is that I don't have the files. Like if you see here, we have provided it radio model and antenna model. If I should have these files, I should have provided it these files so that it can uh, load these files from here, because but as I don't have those files, so these are some of the caveats that I wanted to you to be known. I mean, I will add it to a group. I can add it to any group. I mean, just to see it, I add it to this group and I click finish. Column 22 and 24 have same definition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 22. S1 DR antenna height. Okay, this was DR antenna height. I by mistake antenna 2. This is antenna height for site 1. Okay, and this is for site 2, and this is also antenna height. Okay, I will save this so that mistake is not repeated. Next, finish. So it will ask me that where I want to save these. Okay, because I already had these files, I will overwrite all the existing files. I say okay. So I have overwritten all these files. The files were basically I created the files already. So those are overwritten now. And let me show you. I had just hidden this because I had already created it. Now you can see it's shown. This group I had hidden. So now I have shown this group. So you can see that we have the links in the same area where I told you that we will have links here. One thing, let me show you that like for example, if I go to this, you will see that this is not fully completed. One of the reason is that it does not have the profile generated. So let me generate the profile. So now the profile is generated. So you can see almost it is almost loaded, but still it is not loaded because the antenna and the was I have not provided it. If you remember when I was importing, I was telling you that we have to provide the antenna files as well. I just give you just an antenna just to show you that if the antenna and everything is there, it should have automatically picked it. You see almost everything is selected because we have provided it the remaining things. Now this is almost fully planned, and you can see that the files are also PL6 files are also created. So just to make it a bit fast and not to just to show you or just to let you know the process. And if you see, there's only 3 links here because the remaining links are in some different part. That's why, like one link is here and one link is here. So we have all the 4 links, all the 7 sites. And if you can see here, these were 4 links with 7 sites from A to 7, 4 links. So all links are there. So just to recap everything, that basically you should have a file, an Excel file. The file has to be comma separated, not a XLSX, not a XLS, a CSV file. And then once the file is there, you should start the process from site list, but you should import link test file, not the site text file. And as I told you that when you use the file, and even if you have the definition or not, and you have to provide the values, but just take care. This should be a very, like you saw that there was one small mistake, same name was given to 2 columns. So each column should be given to the exactly same thing, otherwise everything should be different. It will just pick you. It will not use any intelligence. It will not say that okay, this column should have a number but there is not a number. No, it will just try to use whatever there is and try to show it on the map. So you have to provide it correctly. Like for example, if this is a design frequency, then only put it as design frequency. If this is not a design frequency, then put it on the correct thing only. And whatever is not available, just leave it for the first time, that maybe it should work without that. And as we saw that because we did not have the actual radio and everything. That's why it gave us some kind of problem. But at least now you have a smaller problem. I mean, you have at least all the files are made. You just have to make a small tweak. If I had the equipment and radio files and antenna files, then maybe for me it should be a more simple and more easy way. So, but I hope that this should be a nice explanation and you should know the exact process now. So, see you in some other video. Goodbye.